Hello everybody, once again, welcome back to Holyoke. It's actually the next day after the last video. It is July 28th here in the bee yard number 2. And unlike yesterday where it was 91 degrees yesterday down here and high humidity, I bet the humidity was up in, it had to be in the 80s, and after a little rain came by, I had to jump up into the 90s. Oh man, it was hot. Today, after that front passed through, a nice cool front, it is 73 degrees here now. Low humidity, I'm guessing right around the 50% mark. And nice breeze here coming off of, well, out of the northeast. I don't think it's quite coming off of Lake Superior at this point. It's not strong enough. But we've got, though, I just took a look at the radar. I got a warning on my cell phone and just took a look at the radar, and it's not done. We've got some more storms building up in north central Minnesota, and they are heading west and right for me. So I do see some dark clouds off to the west here, so I better get to it pretty quick. All right, today's task I didn't get to yesterday. I brought the step stool today. I've already taken the top off of the hive number 3 here. And I just had to show you what I see in there. I also brought along some extra supers, empty supers, just in case I decided that there's some stuff I want to harvest today. And oh boy, I am going to harvest today. It's a sight like I've never seen before, because we've actually got honey this year. So you can probably tell by my voice and slight giddiness here that I'm pretty excited about this. So let's bring you up and give you a look at the top side. But once again, there are girls galore out in the front here, and inside there's lots of bees. I don't know if there weren't that many when I pulled up, but maybe when I pulled off the cover they decided to come out here. But hive number 3, 4, 5 looking good. 6 and 7, the numbers are not quite there yet, but maybe it didn't warm up enough and they're still inside. But let's take a look around at the back here. There's the trusty step stool, and it's true because you can see this short little guy, these hives with, of course, on the rack that we got down there and up to the top are actually about a good 6 inches above the top of my bald spot here. So. All right, well, there's the inner cover, and you can tell that looks pretty darn good. The inner cover is covered with comb, and in that comb is also some honey. I'm gonna have to grab a taste of that there pretty quick. And let's cruise right up to the top here. Well, we got a bunch of girls up here. I suppose they're after all that honey that I exposed from the inner cover there. Let's give them a, I'm gonna move the camera here, hold on just a second, around to this side so I can, yes, I got the smoker running here, look at that. And I'll see if we can swoosh them down a little bit here. Well, they're not too excited about getting off of here. Hey, this is our honey, what do you think you're doing? A couple of them flying up here. You know you've done it enough when they start to fly up and see where's all that smoke coming from. But you can see, you take a look down in between the frames there, it's capped honey. Right to the top on all frames, even, well, maybe this end one is not quite there. I don't know. I'm gonna pull them out one frame at a time here and take a look. And that may determine which frames I actually harvest here. I might just put some frames back in. But I'm pretty sure I have some other frames in these other hives that are not quite as well utilized. At least they weren't last time I was in here. So I might be pulling some of those underutilized frames out and putting them into the one hive, or a couple hives here that are doing really well. So with that, let's get this, they did move out here a little bit. Move them a little more there, but let me get this camera turned around here. Make some space up here for the camera on top of the box next to me. And might have to do some adjustments here, so hang on. All right, a lot of girls have moved down. Let's continue smoking a little more here. See if we can convince them to go down a good amount. Now, since there are so many girls up here, I am gonna quick throw on my gloves. I'll be right back as we let that smoke settle in a little bit. And now, as I took a look around as I was coming in yesterday, of course, we found that one box, swarm box out there that had bees in it. Went by again today, and it still has bees there, quite active, in fact. And so I'm going to have to do something with that early next week. Don't like to leave swarms in the same place they came from, so I may just take that box and move it up to Carlton. And I've got a couple boxes at home that I want, 4 boxes at home that I want to move down here. So, all right, you can see they're being stubborn. We'll try and move them off just a little more here. I do have a fume board with 2 in case I decide to use the fume board and some honeybee gone or whatever it is I have. Oh, now this was the one that didn't look like it was full. But we'll see about that in just a second here. Boy, they're doing a real nice job of filling these up. Again, these are those permacomb frames, where they already cheated here, and we've got a good start on filling that out already. Oh, this thing is heavy. They're not quite capped over, but they are filling it up. And we got one side has a good amount of cappings, but we're not going to harvest that one. We'll leave it in here just as possibly a seed for others. I know as I get closer to the middle, I should start seeing a little better results here. Boy, it's not easy for me. This thing this high. Maybe it's time to consider getting a little bit taller step ladder here. But nonetheless, that's pretty well waxed and propylized in here too. All right, let's see if we can lift this one up. Got that. These J-hook really come in handy. It's time to lift these frames out. All right, this back there gently. Now this one has a lot of capped honey on it. All right, let's take a look here. I shouldn't say a lot, but a lot more than the other one. Capped honey up in here, but looks like most of the cells are pretty full. Might not be quite as full up near the front here, but definitely a lot back here. And pretty much the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this down here, and I may just end up putting this back in the box later, but we'll keep that out of the way. Give me a little more room for maneuvering up here with the next frames. All right, excuse me, girls. Coming in. So far, I'm not seeing much of anything for wax on the bottom of the frames. Down to the next level. Oh, this one's heavy. A little more capped wax. I'd say about half of it, maybe almost 2/3. You can see they're really busy down here on that side, and where it's already capped over, not as much activity. And pretty much the same thing on this side. Well, I'll take that back. There is a bunch of, you see on the bottom of the frame there, we've got some exposed honey there. So they're looking good. They are actually building out the wax away from that permacell, which is what I expected them to do. So we'll kind of get this one down here out of the way. Last year, I made a mistake last year, and I'm going to get, hold on just a second, I'm going to get another box. I'll be right back. Well, I can keep talking as I'm walking here. Last year I made a mistake. I left the honey supers on too long. I let them go until, was it maybe the first or second week in September. And I know there was a lot of honey in there. By the time I got back, a lot of it was gone. So I'm not doing that this year. I'm gonna go through here, and we're going to be checking them out well ahead of time to make sure I don't make that mistake again. All right, looking good. I just needed to get that because of the extra comb on the bottom was causing that to stick up. Okay, excuse me, girls. They probably are already wondering, although they are very calm at this point. Very calm about what is this going on here. We also have extra space up here. All right, I'm gonna have to get that other hook under here. And so far they're not, there's a few that came out that time that bumped me because I'm moving too fast probably. But this one's even better. I can't even grab it because the fingers are so slick here, but there we can see good amount of capped honey, capped all the way over to here. Goodness, that's goodness. And on this side, I'm capped pretty much halfway across. Now we still got about 2 weeks of harvest left. I should say 2 weeks of flow here left before we do the harvest. I did see a good amount of clover still out in the field here, although there's also a lot of clover that wasn't dead, but the flower buds had already closed up and starting to turn brown. So those of you who watch clover probably know what I'm talking about. But so it's getting near the end of the flow here, at least here at Holyoke. All right, this one is well attached. Let's pull out the hooks again. Here's a lot of riser comb underneath between the frames. All right. Excuse me, girls. That is heavy. That is 2/3 for sure capped honey, and they still got a number of cells. Interesting that the cells towards the front of the hive are being filled in last. I wouldn't have expected that, but maybe it's due to the heat. I don't know, but it's looking really good. I've never seen that before in my hives, and I'm excited. All right, I'm going to continue going down here, and we'll see, pick and choose. I'm really curious. Now this is the top box here. Really curious what they've done down here in the lower box, which my humble estimate should be even better. Then those 2 new boxes that we put on, was it a week and a half ago or so? I'd like to see what they're doing in there too. Now this thing might be getting light enough here where I can easily grab it from where I am here. It'll be a little lopsided, a little heavy on the side towards the camera there, but I'll pull out one more here just because I can't resist. And those of you that do this are, yep, same here. It's just gotta always, gotta do one more. There. Now that's freed up. Excuse me, girls. Put that there. And my goodness, this is even more yet. Pretty excited. I can't hardly even grab that because it's so slippery, but there you go. That's almost, I want to say 3/4 of a frame there. Maybe 2/3 of a frame on this side. Looking really good. All right. I might just shake those out, or like I said, I got the fume board with. Maybe I'll use that. Well, this next frame here is capped all the way over 3/4, maybe a little bit more of that. So I am going to attempt to lift this box off. Wish me luck, especially up here on top of this little step stool. And I always try to move that over a little bit. Gives me a little bit of handhold. Yeah, that side towards the camera is definitely heavier. Oh wow, it is. Whew. All right, let's quick, before I continue going through there, take a look through this frame. And I'm not seeing capped honey out here on the edge, but it is all built out. I see a bunch of bees on there, even way out on the edge here. Barely enough room between the frames here. They built out the comb so much for the bees to even get around in there. They're putting so much in there. When I can see, without getting them too much down in there, that looks like this all capped brood. Now, interestingly, you can see where this comb comes back across here. That's where it's all capped. And now as I look further up here where I don't see any of this riser comb, I see them working hard, but I don't see much for capped honey up in this area. So again, you know, the sun is off this direction, and as it swings down the west, it comes over in here. So maybe it's a temperature thing, and maybe I should look at actually using some different white hives or something, at least for the supers. We'll do a little research on that. But all right, I'm going to just try and lift this box up, if I can even get in there to lift it up. It's really attached to the next box down, which is a good note, because if you recall, the next box down was regular foundation, and yep, it's all I gotta get my other. All right, lost my other hive tool. I bet that thing did a deep 6 over the edge here when I lifted things up. Yep, it did. Excuse me. But a lot of girls really busy there. So I'm really curious to see if they've done any build out of foundation down here. But I do see a lot of the frames are stuck to the box next to it, so I got, or on top of it here. So I got to get in here and get those frames disconnected from the box I'm trying to lift up here. All right. So I'm just going to, if I can, oh, that is one heavy box. It's pinching my finger pretty good here. Pull this my way a little bit, and we'll take a look in here. Well, I'm quite happy with what I see here. They have drawn out a lot of comb. This one's looks like it's fully drawn out, fully drawn out. Well along here, maybe half on this one. Not touch these two over here, again in the direction of the hot sun, curious. And this one, they're just starting to draw out here. So that is more than I expected. Not only is it drawn out, but these I can see that there is some glistening in there as well as on top of here. So I do know that they are putting honey down in there. So what I think I'm going to do at this time, I'm going to pull, since they are doing so good, at least on this box, I'd sure like to take a look at the next one down. I might just pull these supers all the way off, and the ones that have the permacomb on, and we'll harvest what we have there. That should be a goodly amount, and we'll let them continue on with that for the next couple of weeks down below there. So at this point, time to put a box back on. Try and get them out of the way here. Gosh, I keep forgetting to give the smoker a little air here to keep that thing burning. They're just give them a little puffs there, because there is, if you get them too close, there's a lot of hot air that comes out of that nozzle towards them, and don't want to have fried bees. All right, I'm going to put this one back on. As heavy as that is. Come on, get out of there. All right. That's a tough one to... Sorry about the heavy breathing, but, you know, I'm an old man. And trying to debate, should I put those frames back in and just put a fume board on? That's probably going to be the best thing. And we'll, even though it's not a sunny day, you know, fume boards work best in sunny days here. But all right, I'll just slowly start putting these frames back in, somewhat, I think, in the order that they came out in. And that one went back in. Whoops, sorry about the camera bump there. But it didn't go down like I wanted it to. Here. There we go. Straight down. I'm gonna watch that on the next one. Hey, excuse me, girls. Oh, they're crawling all over here. Starting to get a little, what I'd say, nervous. Get that little bit of nervous shake to them. Probably because they're finally realizing, hey, something's not right here. It's that guy with the smoker again. We'll put these back in and try out that fume board. I'm not sure I can space these like they had them here. But we'll definitely try. Okay, 2 more frames. Then I'll go grab that fume board. Now it's kind of nice when it's cool and cloudy here that, by golly, that camera is not overheating. And yesterday I had some audio problems once again. That's because I was going to try something new. I got a new audio adapter and a new case and all that, and come to find out that the new audio adapter is not working the way I think it should. So I've got an open ticket with GoPro. We'll see what they have to say about that. They just sent me a checklist of stuff to try, and we'll give that all a try. All right, girls, get back in. Smoke them up a little bit here, start at the bottom, and give them time to run over the edge here. No, up. There you go, up Timba, or Timbas. For you that are young, Timba, I think it was an elephant, right? All right, let me go get that fume board and some honey something. Be gone. Somewhere in the back of the truck here are the fume boards. Yep, I gotta open the door over here and get them. There one fume board. And where did I leave that? Stuff. Well, not there. Digging through my tubs here, which are amazingly, they're, check this out, yellow and black. And found that, but now I gotta find the spray. That goes on the end. There it is. Okay, Honey Bandit. That's what we have here. Honey Bandit. And I tried some other stuff last year and didn't really work as well as I really liked. Although this smells like it's about the same, so I wonder if I'll have the same results. But sorry, I got to get the caps off, and looks like they use packing tape over the top here to help keep the cap on during shipment. And cap off. Hopefully I won't spill it. Oh, it's quite full. And we'll put, yeah, maybe I'll put a little bit of this on as aftershave so the bees won't try to sting me, huh? Maybe, maybe not. But even when I put that in, the it overflowed because of the what do you call that? The whatever that clear plastic hose siphon. Anyway, part of the pump went down there. It was making things overflow. So now it's even got a little ratchet sound to it here. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had a pump do that. All right. Well, definitely don't have any bees around me right now, so maybe this is the ticket. And I just got a fume board, bought these, figured I'd buy them for less than I could make them. Black on one side, so when the sun shines on there, it'll help fumigate. And then they got kind of a, it's kind of a black, or yeah, probably black anodized aluminum on that side. On this side they got some sort of quilty something in there that'll absorb the fumigant. Hopefully I didn't just make up a word there, but all right. All right, we're putting a bunch on. Now this stuff doesn't smell too bad. I'll guarantee you if they react to it like I think they will, we're gonna have, yep, oh yeah, I can hear them. They're buzzing pretty loud in there. You're going to head down the hive, and there'll be a lot of bearding in the front again because they're doing that. Also heard that you need to leave a little bit of gap on top. Not sure why that is. Maybe it's for the help, I don't know, with the airflow through the hive, but anyway, we got it on, and they're not happy. You can hear them buzzing really loud in there. So we're going to give it a few minutes here, come back and see how this stuff works. All right, welcome back, folks. While I was waiting for this hive fume board to work, I went down to stack number 7, hive number 7. Been working on 3 here. Went down to hive number 7, took that off, and there's a good amount of capped honey in those top 2 boxes there. So I went ahead and put a fume box on top of number 7. Haven't checked 4, 5, and 6 yet. I'm not sure I'll be able to today because it's about 3 or 4 minutes ago I heard some thunder coming in. Yes. So whatever it is coming in, I better hurry up here. You can see I got a box here so I can set it down without crushing anything. I'll be using my hive tool here to scrape off anything that's on the bottom. That way it will fall down onto my top cover here, and I can either collect that or give it a taste test. Yeah, that's what I'll do, taste test it. And I'm sure it's going to be good. A lot of clover mixed in here. Earlier, out here there's some alfalfa, a lot of, I think it's called bird's foot trefoil, or is it trefoil bird's foot? One of those two. I'll pop it up in a, in a caption here. But a lot of other wildflowers around here too. So, well, let's give this a try. I'll try and keep this handy right there. Oh, I've also got the new tool here. Now, if I was, again, Tim Allen from Tool Time, you know, I'd be grunting right now, but I'm guessing that's probably trademarked, so I probably shouldn't, but let's give it a go here. And I just want to do a quick check. Yep, looks like we're recording and the audio is on. So I only want to do this once. In other words, you only want to see me fall off of the ladder with a full box of honey once. So, all right, pull off the top here. There's still a few bees up here. Pretty well cleared out. Pretty well, a lot better than last time we had this box. So I'm going to try grab this on the bottom of the box, as we all know that the those handholds are a little lacking in depth. Oh my, this is heavy. Wow. So we'll tip this thing up and wow. And there's a little bit of honey dropping out because of that exposed riser comb there. But we'll try out the new tool here. And this is going to be loud, so hold your ears. Some of those girls are hanging on for life. I don't know how fast that breeze is going there, but anyway. So I'm going to head over to the truck, put this in the truck, and I'll be right back. Well, I got that box down without dropping it. Let's try the next one here. Man, that thing was heavy. Heavy for an old man, at least. Okay, let's try that. Bring this over. Yep, a few bees left in there. We'll be right back. All right, well, I've displaced a lot of bees, as we can see on the top here. But there's plenty of room here, and if I am able to, kind of hard to do with one hand, but I will attempt Do it here without too bad. There's plenty of room down here. So it seems that they started building out some comb on this upper foundation box. And there's plenty of open frames here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They might have one that's fully drawn. 6 that are not drawn at all. So despite displacing a lot of bees and taking the risk of them swarming because they don't have room, I'm going to just leave these 2 on. I brought on some extra boxes and frames, empty foundation, not drawn out, just in case, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'll let them concentrate on these 2 here. I've heard if you give them too much room, they're less likely to do anything. But if you give them semi-cramped quarters, they're going to try and fill it up for their winter stores. So now maybe that they recognize that, oh my goodness, we just lost 2 stories. We better get going and do something here. So, all right, so I'm going to go grab the, I'm going to have to clean off the top here. So we'll use a little smoke on that, clean off the comb here, maybe even clean off the inner cover there, and then still a bunch of bees on that. Maybe I can smoke them off of there, and then we'll put that inner cover on and call it good for this one. Meanwhile, over on the other hive number 7 over there, the fume boxes, or I should say fume board, is still on, and we should be good there. All right, we'll be back in just a second or 2. Okay, there. Well, folks, we're back, but down at the other end of the hives. We're going to work on hive number 7 right now. The other one that was really strong. And I can start to hear a little bit of rain dripping here. And welcome back. Decided I will take a quick peek into these hives. That would be 4, 5, and 6, just to see if there's anything I need to be coming back for anytime soon, like next week. All right, I'm going to finish buttoning everything up here, and after we're done here at Holyoke, buttoned up and heading out across the field, I'm going to head up to Carlton because I need to replace the battery up there at Carlton. And hopefully we'll see if Elmer's up to it, see if he's available up at Carlton, and get him on camera too. He's been pretty busy these days, and he's not been able to get the solar powered battery charger ready, so I figured, well, I'll put another battery on there because it's been almost 3 weeks. All right, maybe we'll catch you then. All right, everybody, welcome to Carlton. Elmer wasn't available for this evening, so he's skipped out again on us. So one of these days we'll catch him out here. But task here is, well, it's been 2.5, maybe almost 3 weeks since we put the battery in. Elmer hasn't had a chance to finish his solar panel. He says he's very close, the solar charging panel, so we hope to have that in maybe sometime next week. The other thing I need to do, if you remember, if it even got recorded yesterday, I was having so many problems. I'm going to put in a queen excluder over here in hive number 3. Thanks to the Windy Ridge Apiary's executive producer once again for reminding me as I'm about to go out the door, are you going to get a queen excluder down there? Oh yeah, I got to go grab that. So here it is. So battery has been replaced, and now we'll hop you inside the fence here now that the charger is off. You see, I do have it off here. It's not hooked to the battery, and I'd rather not experience the 16,000 volt jolt. I think that's pretty much it for here today. Just wanted to stop by and get that new battery in, get that queen excluder in, just in case, and slightly impressed that they're starting to draw a comb just a hair in there, just a little tiny bit. But that's good news that they're maybe in a couple weeks we'll have a little bit of honey in here too. We'll see. That's it for today. What turned out to be a beautiful day. It was what, 73 degrees when I got up there. Looked at the dashboard temp just before I shut off the engine. It was 63 here. So once that sun went under the clouds and the storm came through, maybe it's another wave of this cool front coming through. And it's definitely a lot cooler. I can feel it on my fingers too. So 63 degrees right now here at the Carlton bee yard. Well, I'll get the camera out of here and hook up the battery to the charger once again, and vamoose on home. Thanks for joining. Thank you for watching this episode from Windy Ridge Apiaries. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on any newly posted videos. And at your discretion, please leave a comment below. And until next time, do a good day.